Part 4, Chapter 17. Mental health begins in the womb. Powerful influences are at work in your life months before you're born, and their effects are lifelong. One element no one escapes is powerful influences on their life from the start. Mental illness is the number one health issue today. It involves each person troubled with such a dilemma, but it's much deeper than that. A sick family, company, environment, society, and nation potentially influences each component. Powerful influences before birth. The National Institute of Health reports on powerful influences you've succumbed to before birth. The evidence suggests that there can be an increased risk to the future child if the mother feels stressed or has experienced early trauma. It is important to think and help beyond diagnosis. 7 different types of prenatal stress for the mother have been shown to increase the risk of emotional, behavioral, and cognitive problems for the child and to play a causal role. Such stress in the mother includes her worry about the outcome of her pregnancy, her exposure to a raised level of daily hassles, to a natural or man-made disaster, and emotional cruelty or other forms of domestic abuse by her partner. Mind refreshed is not only an individual issue, it's a global societal phenomenon. As society goes, so go individuals. Today, powerful influences at play at societal and individual levels shape and either make or break us. Internal and external powerful influences. We now know that Neshama consciousness and Ruach mind are each person's mental workings regarding reasoning, purpose, conduct, socialization, and rulership capacities. Every second, we make choices in these 5 fundamental areas of our lives. Know that our personal decisions are based on strong internal and external pulls and pushes. The inner and outer circles in the diagram above illustrate some significant swaying windfalls, the decisive influences on your consciousness-mind duo. The effects of internal influences on mental health. Myriad factors shape your mental wellness, many deeply personal and internal. Numerous influences are present at birth because our physical and mental genealogy and societal effects all play a part in our prenatal formation. This primary period and the first few years of life are to nurture baby's consciousness and mind. The critical periods of a youngster are crucial for preventive mental health. Here are some internal influences that characterize us from our start and throughout life. The subconscious. In a deep layer of the Ruach mind, the subconscious is a powerful force that shapes mental health. It is an area where trances, hypnosis, deeper psychoanalysis, methods of meditation, manifestation, voices, and charlatan religion penetrate, especially those oriented to speaking in tongues and casting out demons. Hallucinogenic drugs and certain types of music that incite visions, out-of-body, and near-death experiences are controversial, powerful influences. Dreams and nightmares are images, thoughts, and sensations that occur during sleep. They can indicate unresolved psychological issues, but we must handle interpretations carefully. Personal experiences, such as an abuse, loss, accidents, or being in a war or natural disaster, both joyous and traumatic, can leave indelible marks on the subconscious. If science does not understand consciousness, then subconsciousness should almost be off limits. This is the most sensitive and potentially dangerous mental area each of us oversees. Avoid anything that causes loss of mind control and diminishing or bypassing of your reasoning faculties. This is not the transformation of the mind that aligns with biblical principles. Emotions, feelings. Emotions and feelings are powerful influences in our personal lives. Feelings, closely related to emotions, are the subjective experiences that arise from our thoughts and perceptions, while emotions, such as joy, love, gratitude, anger, sadness, and fear, are often automatic and psychological. Feelings are the personal interpretations of those emotions. Various methods tell us what's positive and negative, and whether to express or repress them. Handle with care. The last section of this book will show you practical biblical practices in line with reasoning, purpose, conduct, socialization, and rulership. Talents. Recognizing and nurturing one's own and our offspring's talents and abilities provide a sense of purpose. Discovering one's talents and putting them to God-intended use is probably the greatest gift we can offer ourselves and society. Expanding horizons and giving people, from the earliest age possible, opportunities to explore their interests and test viable, sound experiences opens minds to the wonders of planet Earth. Each must find his or her mindful way, which is what they want to devote their life to accomplishing. It's a personal quest we should develop for ourselves and anyone life brings into our circle. Intuition, or the ability to understand somebody instinctively without needing conscious reasoning, plays a significant role in decision-making and mental health. More and more, authoritative figures advise listening to your heart or inner voice. What does your gut say? It is as if you are your own life guide, or you have an interior genie that aligns you with your starry truth. This book is Bible Psychology 101. It promotes God's celestial truth, not our personal, internal influences. External influences on mental health. Parents, family. Parents are the primary caregivers and play a foundational role in the mental health of their children. The quality of parental care, emotional support, and the attachment style developed in early childhood significantly impact an individual's mental health. Positive parenting, characterized by warmth, responsiveness, and consistent discipline, fosters secure attachment and resilience in children. Conversely, absent parenting marked by neglect, abuse, or overprotection can lead to a range of mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. The parental approach to stress and conflict resolution also models coping mechanisms for children, influencing their future mental health. Extended family dynamics, including communication patterns and conflict resolution, shape an individual's psychological landscape. Supportive aunts and uncles promote a sense of belonging, but the presence of subversive issues within the family, such as substance or sexual abuse, increases the risk for other members. Friends. Friends and peer groups are potent influences on mental health, particularly during adolescence and young adulthood. Positive friendships provide emotional support, companionship, and a sense of belonging, crucial for mental well-being. Friends can also buffer against stress and help individuals navigate life challenges. However, negative influences, such as peer pressure, bullying, or exclusion, can have detrimental effects on mental health. Thus, the quality of friendships and social connections plays a crucial role in an individual's mental stability. Society. Societal norms, values, and expectations shape mental health by influencing behavior, self-perception, and social interactions. Societal pressure to conform to specific standards of success, beauty, and behavior is ever present. Whether based on race, gender, sexual orientation, or mental health status, discrimination and stigma exacerbate these issues by fostering feelings of alienation and worthlessness. Conversely, a society that promotes inclusivity, acceptance, and mental health awareness can enhance well-being and reduce the prevalence of mental health disorders. Country. The country in which one lives can profoundly impact mental health through its political stability, economic conditions, and social policies. Countries with high levels of political instability, conflict, or corruption often see higher rates of mental health issues due to insecurity. On the other hand, countries with robust social support systems and effective public health policies tend to have better overall mental health outcomes. Economic and health situations. Economic stability and access to health care are critical determinants of mental health. Economic hardship, unemployment, and financial stress are major risk factors for mental health disorders. Health situations, including chronic illness or disability, are challenges, while access to quality health care can mitigate these effects. Culture and religion. Culture influences values, practices, and even stigma related to mental well-being. Religion and spirituality can provide significant benefits, including a sense of purpose, community, and coping mechanisms for dealing with life's challenges. However, rigid or punitive religious doctrines can also contribute to guilt, anxiety, and exclusion. Schooling. Schooling and education significantly affect mental health by shaping cognitive development, self-esteem, and social skills. Positive school environments that provide supportive relationships, academic encouragement, and opportunities for personal growth foster mental well-being. Conversely, negative experiences such as academic pressure, bullying, or lack of support can lead to stress and anxiety. Internal and external influences on our mental health are and will always be present. God gave us the two spirits, Neshama and Ruach, to exercise mental capacity to the best of our ability. There are a zillion promoted ways to do so, and we have free will to choose what we desire. Along with God-given consciousness and mind, God gave the proven method for sound mental health for all humankind, believers and non-believers alike. We shall see the compass direction to take and the guardrails to keep within to nurture sane minds and heal mental illness. Thanks for watching. Listen to the next chapter of Mind Refreshed. Click on the link in the description below or scan the QR code and buy Mind Refreshed to nurture and heal mental health. And remember, keep studying to reach the God-intended meaning of Scripture. See you next time.